Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, the housekeeping notes. All the product I'm using and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products. There's a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and help me grow in YouTube world. We're going to be using the Lifetime of Love bundle today. This bundle is carrying over. It will be in the new catalog. It won't have a bundle pricing though. So if you want to get this one, you might want to get it before the 30th of April. You can go to my online store and do that. Other things that came with this bundle is this ribbon, which is pretty peacock and gold. And these beautiful gems, which are petal pink, gold, and pretty peacock. So I wanted to show you those because we're not using those today, but I wanted you to see it. And the paper, those two items are carrying over that I just showed you. The paper is not carrying over. It's quite beautiful. Flip through this real quick if you haven't seen it. It's foiled on one side. Pretty little flowers. These ones are gorgeous. And this one, I will leave that one out for just a moment here. This one here, there is dies. I'm going to show you the dies to this. Oop. And you can see some of my die cuts here. I've been playing and I saved them. There's all these beautiful dies, and I already pulled out two. There's this one here, which we're going to be using, and this one. This one cuts out this flower right there. And then there's dies here. These two small ones here cut out these flowers from this page. And this leaf here cuts out that leaf right there. There's also a circle die that is really gorgeous, and a few standalone dies. And these other two cut out the these two here. And beautiful sentiments. Forever and always, wishing you a lifetime of love and happiness, celebration on your wedding day, and love you. So I wanted to show you this paper and that you can cut stuff out, but it only comes in pretty peacock. And today I want to do a Moody Mauve card. So I'm going to show you how to replicate this with Moody Mauve. So what does the card look like? Oh, I should show you one other thing we're using. We are using the gold and foiled flower cards and envelopes. These are, I need to get two out anyhow. These are not carrying over. Our card is already decorated for us. And I need one of the cards, which is all beautiful, just that way. So that is, we're using these, unfortunately, are not carrying over as well. So the card we're making is this one. This is pretty peacock and the gold. And it's embossed. And I know there's no embossing powder in the available right at this moment. Embossing powder is coming back with the new catalog in May. So just so you know, they're changing manufacturers. That's all I know about it. It's like the Wink of Stella is supposed to be coming back sometime in the end of May. I know the manufacturer's having problems. So that's why I haven't been using any Wink of Stella either, because I know it's not available. But I needed some wedding stuff, and I wanted to use this set, and it needs gold. And I know many of you have gold in your stash already. So the first thing we need to do is do some die cutting. And I need to move my embossing powder. We are going to be die cutting. So I got plate 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be die cutting this. And we have to die cut it twice. So we're going to be die cutting this with Moody Mauve and Berry Vanilla. And this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. They both are. Okay. So it doesn't matter which one you cut out first. We're just going to pop that in there. And on my last video, if you noticed, I said I'm waiting for my plates to arrive. I'm actually filming this the same day. When I was filming the first one, my order just arrived. So guess what? I grabbed a clean plate. I haven't looked at anything else in there. Just close the box back up. Probably going through it. So we got one cut out. So, oh dear. Okay, I'm not taking this off. I did not cut through all the way right here. I can see it. And I ran into that the first time. So if that's the case, what I normally would do is leave it. I'll show you. Leave it the way it was. I haven't moved it out of the paper yet. Leave it the way it was. Your plates, I'd recommend, we'll do this on the other one. Just take your two tops and flip them over. So this is going face up. And run it back through. This die, and everybody's dies may be a little different, but mine is a little on the touchy side. Now it's cut through. So this already fell out. This came out of this die right here. Don't throw that away. We need it. And then we need a pokey tool here. I'm just poking these out, some of the pieces here. This is very fragile, so you do want to be careful with it. And, oh, left one little chad there. That is what we're doing. Now, we're not using this one, but we'll save this for another card. That's what I have in my thing, because I'm saving these, the inside and outside pieces, the ones I don't use, to make other cards. But it's beautiful. We do need that other piece to make this card. So I'll set this over here so it's out of the way. And then we finish getting all the chat out of here, because we need to cut this one more time. You know, if I put my glasses on, I probably would do a better job. Glasses. Trying to see those little pieces through there, and I can't see them without my glasses. Thing of getting old. But you do need to make sure all of them are out. One more before you cut the next piece. Take that over to my garbage can and take all that off. And the other plate. Okay. Let's put this one back down. Now we're going to do the Moody Mauve one. But this time I won't even open this up. I will just do it this way one time. Run it through. I'm just going to run it back, and then I'm going to flip it and run it through. Not moving anything, I'm just flipping it. Run it back through again. When they're really detailed, sometimes you do need to do this little flip on them. Not always. And, you know, it's this. I haven't had to do it on anything in a long time, but this is. Now this one, we're not going to be using the inside piece, so I'll set it with the other piece I set off to the side. And all these little pieces are coming out. We are using this one, like that. So I'll set that off to the side, and I'm not going to bother cleaning this out. I will do that after I'm done filming. We'll clean those off so I don't have them all over my desk. And we have a little more die cutting, but we have to do embossing first. This one, you may be able to get it into the mini machine, but I just wanted to to do it on the bigger one. It's just ever so slightly larger than you really can get through there. If you twist it, you can. So, we need to emboss a couple things. Excuse me, my chair slid out from me. We need to emboss our flowers, which I've got a piece of Moody Mauve. We need to emboss the inside of our card. And we need to emboss, sorry, reaching across to grab my die cuts. We need to emboss this rather strange looking piece because this is going to go into the front of the card. So let me grab my embossing buddy. Ooh, it's really coming out. We'll shake a little off. Make sure we don't have anything sticking. I'm shaking a little off because it really came out. And just grab a tissue to wipe my desk off. Actually, I got this right here. That works for that too. I keep on forgetting it's off to the side there. And I've got my stamps here. So this is the one that says, wishing you a lifetime of love and happiness. I've got my heat tool sitting here all ready to go. I've got my embossing powder. Grabbing me just a piece of plain copy paper. Set that off to the side. I'm being all fingers today. And Versamark. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp all these first with the Versamark, and then we will dip them in the gold. Try to get this as straight as possible. I know you can't see anything on there at the moment. Here's our other verse. Congratulations on your wedding day. And once again, this is even worse to line up because it's not square. So I'm putting it in the grid so I can try to line up the line that's on the stamp with the grid. Like that. And then the flowers onto our Moody Mauve. Next, we need our gold. And I need a pair of tweezers. Just a moment, I need to grab a pair of tweezers. Just one moment. There they are. Oh, I guess I could bring this in camera so you can see it. I got my little bucket here of my gold. Or you could pour straight from your canister, whatever you use. Make sure there's nothing left on there. Just setting that off to the side. Picking this up and make sure I got it well covered. Just leave that one just like that. This one's bigger, got enough room to hang on to. And you notice I'm going over it a couple times to make sure I've got everything covered nicely. That looks good. Just spill a little. That's fine. It happens. I was supposed to put the paper underneath and I didn't. So it'll be okay. I'll just do a little tidying. And everybody, turn your volume down for a second. This can get a little loud. And then the magic will start. Where are we starting? Waiting for that last little bit right there. There's that one. This one I can hold by my hand. There's that. And then this one, I'm going to put in the tweezers because it's a little short. Either use tweezers or a pokey tool to hold it down. You can tell my hand's still not working. And there is our flowers. So what we do need to die cut is the flowers. Set those off to the side. Grab my die. Yeah, I really wanted a Moody Mauve card, and I liked the other one. I'll use both, I'm sure, but I thought since they didn't have the paper, I'd make one to do the same thing. I'm gonna grab a Post-it. Don't want to have to cut this, re-emboss it to cut it. There we go. Well, I got this out here. This is what I was talking about this. It goes from side to side, so it will fit. But it's such a close fit that what I was having the problem with is this side over here was not cutting well, even if I flipped the plates. But you might have better luck than I did. That's why I use both machines. Well, I could have cut this on the big one too, but it's just easier. So here is our beautiful piece that's going to go on the front of our card. So let's build this card because it will go very fast. So first we need to do is the inside of the card. So we have a piece of Moody Mauve, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We have our base here that we do need to varnish. So it lies flat. Of course, our envelope. I did discover these fold rather good, but you're going to want to burnish that envelope just so it closes up better, okay? Now this is going on the inside, and we're going to use this, our saying here. It's going to go right on this one here. This piece, I didn't tell you the size of this one. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Like I said, all the dimensions will be down below. Oh, okay, almost stuck that to the wrong place. Now keep in mind, if you've used embossing, it has a tendency to want to curl, so you need to get a little extra time with the glue so it sticks good for you, okay? Now, this card base is directional. This is up and down. So if you do want to do a horizontal, keep in mind it would work, but your flowers on the base will be upside down. So that's the inside of the card. Very simple. All right, now it is time to build our base. Okay, so I'm going to grab something. Hang on here. Just grabbing a little block to hold this a little flatter for me. So what I need first is our embossing and this piece. This piece needs to go down first on the card. It's going to go like this, and you're saying, how is she going to glue that? Let me show you. I have a sponge I keep. It's a rather old piece of sponge. Any sponge will do. Mine's rather tacky and gluey and mess, but it works. I need to get a new one. They work for quite a while, but at some point they get pretty tacky. And I need my glue. I'm going to put a little blob of glue right there. I'm going to take this, put that like that, and just put the glue on my sponge and hold this a little bit in one spot, like right there, because you don't want it moving into the glue on the other side. It doesn't take much to do this, just like that. Of course, I'm gonna have to take some hand sanitizer to my hand in a minute. Come loose. Don't go out of shape on me. I'm gonna set this right here. Make sure it doesn't get out of shape. And place it where you want it. Start at the bottom. That looks pretty good. And just pull, a little extra piece stuck there. Like that. Now if this doesn't stick down right here, it doesn't matter. That's why I've stuck my finger there, because we're going to be putting something over that. Now this, it'll dry and you just clean it up. Unfortunately, I do need to wipe my hands off. You do glue like that, it does get a little messy. Hand sanitizer works really good for that. All right, the next thing we need to do is we need to tuck this. Oop, I am out of whack. Hang on, see if I can still move this. Hang on. I'm okay. It sort of mangled on me. I'm going to set this down in here and pull this up. This is not as easy as the first one. The first one went together so easily. I'm using the base to hold it, to get the shape back. For some reason it went out of shape on me. But you can get it back in. That is, just work it in there. First one I did went really easily. Okay, I think we're good now. I'm gonna put a little glue on this one now and stick it back in. Sorry about that. You know, things happen when you're filming. But this goes right back in the slot there. Just takes a minute and patience. You're putting the die cut back into where it came out of. Hang on, I gotta look at this. There we go. Got it. It's a little fiddly. Like I said, the first one I did not do that to me. This is going to go right here. Like this. I'm going to put a little glue on this. My little tabs are popping up on me here. I'm just going to tuck a little glue right here. Sometimes it needs a little encouragement. There we go. This I'm going to put on with Dimensionals. Yeah, I didn't have any problem with the first one going when I did the other one, so you know, you never know what's going to happen when you film. And you know I don't edit my videos, so if I mess up, you get to see it. And I'm just sort of popping this up in here like this. So it goes like that. Okay. Now, my question was, what ribbon am I going to use? And what bling? The pink didn't go with this, and definitely the peacock didn't. So So I started grabbing stuff, and I pulled out, this is the ivory and gold, they call it gold and gold ribbon. It's retiring, and I didn't realize I hadn't opened this one before I started, so just 1 second here. There we go. So I'm going to make a bow out of this because I love this ribbon. And we're just going to make a little bow. But you could use other ribbons that you like. But I thought this one would look rather nice with this. And no, I'm going to put it back the same as the other one. And pull that a little smaller. That looks pretty good. Grab a glue dot to put that on. Just like that. And this makes a beautiful wedding card. Now, I want that ribbon to stay down on that side. So you can do that by doing this. And it leaves it up. This one is, actually I think I'll leave that one that way. But you can move it and hook it in, okay? So there's that one. And the next we need to bling. And I grabbed a whole bunch of bling. These are retiring. This is the gold metallics, and they're retiring. And this is not retiring, but I don't like those with that, so I know we're not using those. So the question is, do I want to put the gold on here, or do I want to put the Moody Mauve? I think I'm going to go with the Moody Mauve. Okay, put that one there. Should have had my little paper pick tool out here. And we'll put that one there. Add a little more Moody Mauve. And that's the card. It's very simple, like I said, other than I made it look more difficult than it really is. Mine just got out of whack and didn't want to close properly. So, and then of course the envelope's already done. You could grab a sponge and maybe sponge the lower part of the Moody Mauve. I chose not to, but that is my beautiful card. So I hope you enjoyed this video. All of us need wedding cards once in a while, or you can change the verses and make this anything you want it to be. Now, if you have a wedding card, sometimes you need a gift box. Join me on Friday, and I'm going to show you how to make the matching gift box for this card. Till then, goodbye.